celebrated the great one's birthday yesterday.
Indeed, indeed.
50 years. Happy birthday, Big. Still miss you, still miss you, still miss you.
Yes.
One taken too soon.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Biggie represented New York. It was definitely a Brooklyn icon.
Yeah.
They
It
had,
definitely, well, not to cut you off, but it definitely took them a long time to get New York, though. It
but
took
that's
too
why
long
I'm
to
getting
get-
ready to say
Oh,
now.
okay,
It took
okay.
a
They
long
had-
time to get New York.
They took New York a long time to accept Biggie.
Okay,
You feel like
yeah,
that?
put it
Yeah,
that way.
well,
Yeah.
you talking.
No,
let
Brooklyn
me
had
ask
it.
you. Let me ask you. You got the Empire State Building now. It's lit up for the great one.
Right.
You putting holograms up for the great one. You doing all this for the great one. But you only got 3 stations in Brooklyn. Not even in New York. 3 stations in Brooklyn with these Metro cars. And I get it. They classic. They limited. But the show, why the whole city ain't enjoying it? Why they all ain't getting some of that love?
Because of exclusivity. Exclusivity.
They should have at least made it all over Brooklyn.
Well, I agree with
Still
that.
driving all the
I would say
traffic.
that.
Still driving all the
listen,
traffic to
yeah.
Brooklyn for this particular weekend. Like, yo, you want one? You gotta come purchase it in Brooklyn. Not just those 3
or
train
what would have
stations.
been smarter to do is to say, granted, they wanted to do it at the train station, you know, that most familiar with
Yeah.
for him. But if you would have did maybe say 2 different designs and
Okay.
made it limited at his station and then put the other ones
That would've
everywhere
been
through
dope, too.
Brooklyn,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you know, like, okay, I'm gonna get the specific one because it's gonna be a limited run here. But during the rest of Brooklyn, you can get the other ones there. So I agree. I think it should have been at more spots, not just limited. Because you saw the lines.
Yeah, the
Lines at like 2 in the morning waiting. I was like, look, I support Biggie. I love him, but I ain't about to be out there at 2 a.m.
For 7 hours.
7 hours.
When
Running around.
the last time you bought a Metro card?
Dude, I've been using my iPhone. Like you just put it up to the
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
and go
Mine,
through.
yeah, go through.
Yeah.
Oh, they got that iPhone now?
Yeah,
so
iPhone,
you
just
only-
put it
you
up
only
to
gotta
the
buy
thing.
a
So they
card.
charge your account?
Yeah.
Straight like
Word.
So I don't even
Go
do it.
through, you ain't got to touch nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm good. I just put it.
Pandemic.
Yeah, I haven't bought a Metro card since 2019, right before the pandemic.
It was a crazy weekend out here for Big. You know, they lit up the Empire State Building.
Friday they had the hologram inside.
Yeah, they're supposed to have the
Right.
hologram inside on the 80th floor. They had
And they had the crown on
had
it
the crown,
Saturday.
yeah, on Saturday. And they had some special clothes or something like that, like hoodies and hats only being sold at the Empire State Building.
And did,
Oh,
you
that's
see,
fire.
did you see the video that his mom put out? That it took like 2 years to shoot.
Yeah.
Very realistic looking. Like it's the video that they released. It's like a good minute long, but it's like Biggie in the hood, but there's actual traffic moving, and they animated him, but it looks real. Like he looks real. So I was like, I saw it. She posted it yesterday. I reposted it. It was ill. Like I was just for like 18 seconds, but it was tight. It was
I
tight.
didn't even speak to that. Matter of fact, speak to the impact Biggie had for you. Matter of fact, what's your favorite Biggie joint? You got a favorite big joint?
You know, I don't have a favorite big joint. I got a few,
I know,
but
right?
yeah, because that one is a little hard to. But I must say, when I heard "Party and Bullshit," that was just different for me. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Every song, like his catalog, like every song
Every
I
song
mess
is
with.
Yeah.
But that
There's
"Party and
something-
Bullshit"
yours is
from
Party and
the
Bullshit.
rock from you talking about those mixtapes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That just was different from me. That
My
was
favorite
different.
song is Kicking the Door.
Open the door.
Just the history behind it with Nas and it was just Kicking the Door. That's my favorite. There's a lot of history behind that song.
I gotta say, it's a tough one. That's because Party is Bullshit. That was my senior year in college. I was on the college radio station, and we had just gotten
Who's the man?
yeah, we just at the single for it. And I remember I'm playing it, and I was like, yo, this is kind of dope. And I liked it, and then when I graduated, then dropped the album. But I gotta say, it's a tough. Oh, like, which one is my favorite?
So you
Like,
don't gotta pick one. That's a
like,
hard.
Ushacha, I love.
Yeah,
Ushacha, I love because that
okay.
beat is ill.
Yeah.
And I do like, what's the other one?
Victory.
Oh, Victory.
Exactly.
Well, see, Victory, I forgot about Victory. Victory's dope. And the other one, what's the one, what's the joint they did on the second album where he's with the girl and her man rolls in?
Oh, story to
Oh,
tell.
Story
Story
to
to
Tell.
tell. I like story to tell.
I like that one because I actually know who the girl is.
Okay.
Because I know who the girl is, like I know her, and I was like, I haven't seen her in years, but I know her from college and whatnot, and so I didn't realize that was about her until later, and I was like, oh, and I was like, yo, and that's about, you know, what's his name from the Knicks and whatnot, and she was dating him at the time. I was like, I didn't realize that whole thing, so I kind of like that song because of the history of it.
The history is
History.
What,
the
George?
history,
You ain't
the
say
history
George,
went
what
all the way to
I
Fat
like a
Joe.
couple of joints. I like Downfall. I'm a fan of Downfall.
Well, you know,
And I
I'm
got
a
a few big
give me B-side with the rap,
Right.
and give me can't stop the rain with Shaq.
I'll take
Big.
Big verse. I'll take Big verse on off that Shaq joint right
Oh
there.
my
I'll take
goodness!
Big verse on that.
They
Shaq
don't.
joint
And
right
the
there.
crazy thing about it
They don't
is
talk about
that
it
joint
enough.
is not even in the Apple.
iTunes, yeah,
They're
you
not
can't
in
even get that on
the
iTunes.
iTunes.
Yeah.
But the
You can't stop the
Shaq
rain.
Can't stop the rain.
Yeah.
With
I'll take
Biggie,
that.
with
I'll take
Biggie
that
first.
verse off of that anytime.
Ooh,
yeah.
Biggie
I'll put that in,
first.
Yeah.
But I would take the verse off of Benjamin.
Benjamin's.
Benjamin.
Yeah. Because I
Yeah.
kind of like that one. That was.
I like it, but you know what it is the Benjamins. It just. It's not that I'm tired of it, but that,
It
you
was
know,
so much
it's just like you know, I set it to the side from other verses because it'll always live. Yeah, yeah,
Right,
it's a classic
right,
verse. So
right.
I set it aside.
But
As
if you're
far as
gonna
when it
say
comes to
Benjamin,
me.
you gotta go with Victory.
No,
first.
oh no.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
two verses because he did the first, but the first one, the first
Yeah.
verse and the third verse on Victory.
Listen, I
But
like
that
I
beat
like
was
the
so
last.
hard,
Beat
man.
was-
I like the
That
last
beat was
verse off of I Love the Dope.
Oh
Yeah, that's true. See, it's so
You know?
many. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's hard to
Exactly. So
like,
you,
It like depends on what mood you in. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's true. Yep,
That's
yep.
We're gonna try all that together.
Because he be breaking down Brooklyn facts, man.
Yo, yeah, I gotta do some new ones,
He
man.
be breaking down Brooklyn facts.
Wait, hold on. So,
Go ahead.
so you break down the Brooklyn on where? On your page?
Yeah, on my page, I have it on my page and I have it on my TikTok. So I do the videos and just like Brooklyn facts.
So give me one right now. Give me a
Yo,
Brooklyn
hold
fact.
on. The hell with that. Before he go into a Brooklyn fact, are we running?
Of course.
Okay. So we running. We gonna do Planet Brooklyn.
All right, so let's go.
Let's
All
go.
right, so let's
Let's
Planet
go.
Brooklyn.
You wanna get a Brooklyn fact? Give us one Brooklyn fact.
Okay, Brooklyn fact number one. Bedford Avenue, you know, is the longest street in Brooklyn. It actually goes from like one end of Brooklyn all the way to the other end of Brooklyn. It's the longest street.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That joint go from
Yep,
the
Williamsburg
belt to
Yep.
yeah.
Yep, it's the longest street in Brooklyn.
Don't know now.
You
No.
Brooklyn Acts on the Biggie weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like when I started the brand, the whole concept was like not to be a typical like, okay, you know, let's just go Brooklyn on the shirt and sell it. You know,
Okay.
The idea was like Brooklyn is so much more, and you guys know, like, you know, growing up in Brooklyn, like I said, I grew up on Hertford Street.
Yeah.
And we know Brooklyn as the planet. Like we always known it as the planet. So as a kid, my parents both worked in the city. You know, Friday when they come home, that's it. We don't leave Brooklyn. We do everything in Brooklyn. So food shopping, school shopping, you know, movies, went to the Metropolitan or the Duffield, you know, we go to movies. So, I mean, I didn't go to the city until high school. So I was in elementary at PS 44, Satellite East, you know, so I'm in Brooklyn, so this is all I know. So finally, once I hit, you know, go out to the city, it's like, I felt like I was going to a different state. I'm like,
Okay.
like, so Brooklyn is, to me, I was like, yeah, you do everything in Brooklyn, that's the planet. So after college, it was just an idea. I was just sitting there, I was like, yo, you never find a Brooklyn t-shirt unless you go to like Times Square and get one of them little,
The cheap
The
joints.
cheap-
The-
yeah,
Don't
cheap
wink
joints,
and
yeah.
winky.
yeah, you're like, okay, this is just for
The
tourists.
tourist,
one.
yeah, the tourist joint.
Like, as Brooklyn Nights,
Yeah, somebody from Brooklyn.
So
yeah,
Brooklyn.
somebody from Brooklyn in the
Brooklyn,
building, no matter where you go.
no matter what, and the idea that whenever, especially traveling, I've been, you know, around the world, different spots, and when you're from Brooklyn, you never say like, oh, keep asking where you from. You never go, oh, I'm from New York. You're like, no, I'm from Brooklyn, like that. You say Brooklyn. Everybody else say they're from New York, but you're from Brooklyn. You say you're from Brooklyn. So I felt like it's kind of like an alumni. And when you see somebody else, you're like, oh, you're from Brooklyn, it's this alumni connection. So I was like, yo, that's what it is. It's this school kind of foundation. So that's how the Planet Brooklyn Academy kind of came up. So I was like, all right, let's make this an academy. But I said, let's go deeper than just being closed. Let's actually give facts. Right? That ties back into the school concept.
The academy, yeah, I like
So the
that.
academy, so it's constantly making you think. Like, it's not just a name, you know, it really goes much deeper. I started my first joint out of my studio apartment in there,
Okay.
printing up shirts and doing photo shoots out of there. And there's a girl, Sharon Carpenter. She's from London. She hosts like, she does like Wendy Williams. She's on there sometimes. she came up with us. Like she had just moved here from London, and a friend of mine introduced her to me and my boy, and she modeled for us. And she started rocking with us. So she was just hanging with us. And it's ill because we're a small company, it's just two cats doing it out of the bedroom. And you competed against like Fubu at the time and everybody else. So we had to look big. So we had we got a phone line. And what we did was we had her record her voice on it.
With the accent.
With the accent,
Yeah, no doubt.
make it sound international.
Yeah,
So
no doubt.
we were like, yo, wow, it's big.
Yeah,
It's big. Like, yo, all we got is like 12 boxes in our house of t-shirts.
So look, so where was your first spot that you opened?
On Atlantic Avenue, right off the 3rd. So we were down the block from the Barclays. We opened in 2013, that store. Now, mind you, I've had the brand since '97. So I got
Now, when it comes to Bedford Stars, you know, we got an affinity for Bedford Stars because we grew up here.
right.
What do you attribute to being so special about Bedford Stars?
You know, growing up in the era that we did with Bed-Stuy, looking at it from before and looking at it now, like it has come a long way. It's changed, and it has gotten better. You know, but the thing is, it has pushed out a lot of our people. You know, being here. But as bad as it was back in the days, you know, I miss that in a sense, in a funny way. I kind of miss it because, I mean, it was bad, but at the same time, like everybody knew everybody. Okay? Everybody had that kind of like. Me and my mom just had that conversation the other day with like how other people's parents were raising. You know, like if I was out and I was doing something, the limits here would see you doing something because she was like, she'll hit me and then she'll tell my mom and then I get hit again.
Man.
So it was like
I lived here, my grandmother lived there, my other grandmother lived down there, my paternal grandmother. So if I did something on that corner,
right.
I got beat all the way up to this house. Especially with the ladies on the block.
Yep.
Like, you know, shout out to Miss Odessa. One of our, you know, she was a block monarch. And she made sure the block was good. And if you was doing something crazy, making the block look hot, they had no problem going upside your head. They tell your mama. Well, we had it with the street lights. Yo, that street light get on, you better be in this gate. Not down there, not next door, not across the street. When that street light, you get in this gate.
Yeah. I didn't even, not even for me. It was when my dad would hit the block. As soon as he hit the block, everybody's like, Rob, your dad's on the block. Go upstairs. I'm like, I gotta go upstairs. But at the same time, it's like that era was like my dad taught half the kids on the block how to ride a bike. Let's go in the 93s, you know, area, and my dad take everybody and teach them how to ride a bike in here. So it's like that era of like, you know, taking on other people's kids and, you know, helping
The village,
them.
that village.
Yeah.
That village.
Right there.
That, I missed that.
I missed the village.
Yeah, I missed the village. Or just going outside and just seeing kids, you know, playing outside.
Actually playing with
You
each
don't
other.
see that, you know.
Like,
Into something.
everybody talk about how rap started in the Bronx, and I'm not taking nothing away from the Bronx.
Right.
But when it comes to the impact, yo, them Brooklyn MCs they made a tremendous impact on this rap industry.
But now you can't even say, like when you say top 5 rankings.
I don't say top.
Right. When you just say what Brooklyn MCs pop into your head, like you say Big, J,
Bad, Kane,
Light,
yeah.
you know, Light.
Name a lot of
Most def.
You can go on for days. You can go on for
I
days.
ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was still just the impact he had. I'm still
I mean,
putting
still,
Mayo. I was
my
still
whole
putting Mayo
whole
on the
thing
book.
with bro is
I mean-
a lot of boroughs got that claim to fame. Maybe not as
Claim
many.
to fame.
But I mean, I
to
get,
where somebody, you know, they can name a few people that held them down from their borough. Huh?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
who's the biggest Bronx artist then?
Huh?
Who's the biggest Bronx artist?
Who's the biggest Bronx artist?
Fat
Didn't
Joe.
say arrest
Oh,
Mike.
Fat Joe.
I would say take
I'm
arrest.
gonna
I want to
say
say Chris.
2022.
I want to say Chris. You want to say Pun?
I'm gonna say pun.
Pun?
I'm gonna say
Okay.
pun.
Take
You know-
arrest
In
Pun?
2022, I
No,
would
no,
have to
no.
say
We
Fat
ain't
Joe.
saying.
No, but I'm just
we
saying.
said,
I'm speaking for like
Right now?
Fat Joe
Fat
with the
Joe, of
verses.
course.
Fat Joe would have to be the biggest, like people that know the younger youth know.
And then
But see-
Queens would be what? Nas.
You gotta say
50.
Nas. You gotta say 50.
Run
But
DMC.
see,
You can
Nicki
say a bunch of
Minaj.
Nicki
Nicki,
Minaj.
you gotta say
a bunch
Nicki,
of
you gotta say
Word,
Nicki.
word, Nicki.
you gotta say
Nicki.
I don't think we can even say by borough because just New York as a
New
whole.
York.
Nah,
We
fact.
outnumber
Yeah.
like all the top come out of New York.
So why New York was always separated when it comes to music?
Because
Because
we're
of the
arrogant.
boroughs.
We arrogant.
Yeah.
We
I think it's the
arrogant.
competition
Yeah,
aspect
Yeah, the
too.
whole
The
and the
boroughs.
competition with them, between each other, between the boroughs. Yo, I'm from here,
Yeah.
you from here. We arrogant.
But that's
as fuck.
that's
competition.
anything breeds you know,
Yeah.
if I'm playing basketball, I'm thinking I'm the nicest.
Yeah.
If I'm on the mic, I'm thinking I'm the nicest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit down and say, yeah, son, you is nicer
Right.
than me. Nah. I can show you I'm nice, homie. I can show you I'm nicer. And that's just with anything. You should be confident and think you the best.